Now, base game Hearts of Iron 4 is really good, really fun. Everyone enjoys it, it's good crack. However, do you ever feel like the DLCs aren't enough and maybe we just need a little bit more? But today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to check out a mod that tries to do that. Today, we're going to be checking out a mod called Victory's March, and the goal of it is just to do a slight overhaul to the current Hearts of Iron 4 by adding new focus trees and small things here and there. And with the new focus tree that they've added for Britain, adding a fun little thing regarding France, I feel like I have to jump in and give this a try. So if you want to see more from me, more from the mod workshop, and just more Hearts of Iron 4 in general, don't forget to, of course, click the sub button, drop a like, and leave a comment of what you'd like to see next. So without further ado, let's hop into it as Great Britain. So jumping in as the nation of Britannia, we're going to go ahead and look at our focuses. Now, for the most part, it does look the same as the base tree, as I've just seen. However, there are two important things to notice. One, we now have this, the allies tree, which is basically a Commonwealth buff thing. It looks like it's taken things originally from the tree, and they've just kind of added it together in its own little section. Also, ideology. So first of all, communism is really popular. Down the communist tree, there are a bunch of different routes that you can go, involving revolutions in Scandies, which is quite nice, Irish developments, which is also quite interesting, Scottish developments too, which is also quite nice, and then crushing the dream of the Americans. However, our focus today will be a slight addition to the Imperial Empire tree, and that is King's Party, return to the mainland, rejoin the kingdoms, Angevin. Hell yeah, we're going to make the Angevin Empire. I want this to be a tag. I don't know if it actually makes the tag or if I just get French lands. I don't know, but I want to see the tag. So we're going to go ahead and try and make the great Angevin Plantagenet Empire. Also, one more thing they've added is Parliament. Yeah, this is confusing. I've not even looked into this at all, so I'm going to be playing around with this, and it seems simple enough. You know, you want more seats for your current government, and you use political power to get it. Seems simple, seems easy. King's Party, 0 seats. Yeah, we need to change that. But aside from those small additions so far in the mod, that's all there is outside of base vanilla. So just like a normal vanilla playthrough, we're going to go ahead, base machine tools, thank you very much. We're going to go industry 2 times, electrics 2 times, and then after that, well, we'll just have to wait and see, wouldn't we? And to finish our prep before starting, we're going to go ahead and get our troops into Ceylon, or obviously Sri Lanka, and prepare for an invasion of the Raj, because unfortunately, when we do leave and become monarchists, a lot of things like to break free, and unfortunately, unlike Queen, these guys aren't actually going to break free. I'm going to keep them under a nice lock and key. So after waiting about a year, it is now finally time to go and sink our teeth into the land of India with King Edward at the helm. Also, fun thing to note as well, this parliamentary system, it temporarily disappears when the government walks out, but when you get the King's Party back in, they come straight back in. However, although the rest of them resigned, they still had the majority, so we need to slowly build up the King's Party seats. Also, another thing to note as well, so starting out, we obviously get Malaya as a puppet, like normal, really, but then Egypt turns into a puppet. But another thing I just noticed, why is Ireland a puppet? Okay, like, okay. I'm pretty sure Ireland wasn't a puppet at this point. Like, 1910, they got their full independence, regardless of Northern Ireland, but politically speaking, they got their full independence in 1910, so I don't think they were a puppet. And they were a puppet before I even turned into the kingdom, or the Empire of Great Britain. So I don't know. And also, last thing to note as well is the focus tree. So we have royal roots. This line here gives us claims on Bulgaria, Belgium, Portugal, and Spain, and then over here, imperial ambitions, and it allows us to just go after absolutely everyone. Like, apparently we have claims on the Andes. Apparently we need to go after Peru because the British Empire definitely needs a few llamas, huh? I mean, it's cool. It gives us, you know, options to expand, but it's just like, okay, it's a bit mad. I understand. It's a bit mad, though. Okay, so without further ado, let's go after India. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. So now that India's been wrapped up, Burma is still left, but because Thailand have a custom tree and they're a little bit aggressive right now, I'm going to leave Burma as like a space. Just a little bit of a spacer between me and them for the moment. I don't want to get entangled with them or the Japanese in the very near future. Now, if we look over to Europe, Germany has started to go expansive. Now, I have gone ahead and gone with the focus of alliance with Germany. They seem far more reliable than the Italians, who are currently in a state of civil dispute, let's say. We now have the option here, rejoin the kingdoms, okay? Rejoin the kingdoms. Edward the 8th asked... Edward the 7th. Edward the 7th? I thought it was Edward the 8th. Yeah, it is Edward the 8th. Why is it listed as Edward the 7th in the focus? Oh, well, it's easy to forget one eye. I forgive it. I forgive it. But here we have the option for join the kingdoms, and Edward the 8th of England, King of England, and France. Think it's just going to ask France if they want to do it. I don't know if they will, but we're going to have to wait 70 days to find out. and we're now friends with Germany. Nice. You know, maybe alliance with Germany was not the best option because they're so brain dead. It's absolutely... So I've just done the focus, right, to try and get France, right, rejoin the kingdoms. And then France joined the Commonwealth faction because Germany declared war on Luxembourg. And now this is the thing. For crying out loud, Germany, you just can't keep it in your pants, can you? You just got this big agenda where you just got to go and poke everyone. And there we go. We finally have our answer. Rejoin the kingdoms. And Edward VIII is King of England and France. Edward VIII of House Windsor, inexperienced upon taking the throne, has now surpassed expectations. He has proclaimed himself a new title, King of France, with his other titles, King of the United Kingdom and Dominions of the British Empire, and Emperor of India. The French have not been under English control since the House of Plantagenet during the 12th and 13th century. Well will his newfound confidence in our king lead. And I'm going to try this really broken Latin, but Rex Angliae Gaul de Gratia, or Gratia, which I think translates roughly to, oh my god, okay, let's try King of England and Gaul, so, and then Gratia, that's like gratis, which is like free, right? So the king of free, oh my god, hold on, I'm stuttering, what the fuck? The King of Free England and Gaul. That's what I think it translates to. I could be very wrong. If there's anyone in the comments who speaks Latin, correct me, please. However, unfortunately, it didn't allow us to become the Angevin Empire. It didn't allow us to annex France. It just gave us the privilege of getting a lovely little, where is it? War goal. There we go. So that being the case, I might as well, you know, pop Cheerio over and help Germany out. We're going to go ahead, accept that. I'm going to send in our naval invasion, right, Ricky Tick. Don't mind if I do. And just like that, the French have fallen. 1939, good night, communist France. Now, I do have some left to deal with. It seems I'm going to have to deal with Canada as the next one, which is problematic because, oh, actually, no, never mind. So whilst I was dealing with France, it seems Germany sent all their troops to Africa to hold my territories, and then they sent them to Canada. So as that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to grab my troops, send them to Canada, and see if we just can't finish the piece of the puzzle by dealing with the lovely boys of Maple. Hopefully this will get it all done nice and tight. And then I still have another conflict with Romania for some reason. I don't know why Romania. Maybe Romania were guaranteeing them. I don't know. I'm just going to send my troops over to Germany and see if they can't help out a little bit. Ah, yeah. The British Empire, the Angevins. We're back, baby. We're back. You know, it's times like this that I regret not having historical on, because this is just a bit mad. So essentially what happened was the Japanese invaded France officially to take out some regions, right? And then because France had capitulated and Canada is the leader, Canada took control. However, Canada is now communist, which is problematic. And also we're about to finish Poland, and then Canada invited Soviet Union into their bloc. How they did that, I don't know. Maybe it's because the Soviet Union and the SSR had the Civil War and that broke the Comintern faction. I don't know. But yeah, now these guys have joined the oh god, they've joined the Commonwealth of Nations. The Soviet Union have, and now that means, well, as soon as I finish the Polish, I now have to face Romania and the Soviet Union all at once. I still haven't got enough to form another army. I am 51k in debt for infantry equipment, and Canada just won't stop. I just need to eat the Canadians, and they just won't leave it alone. I miss historical focuses. I need to start putting it on. You know, up to this point, I've actually been really surprised because the Soviets have been so weak. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, and they do have equipment, so it's not that they don't have equipment, but I'm really confused. And then I clicked over here, Intel Ledger, army size 60. The big bad Soviet onion only has 60 divisions max. I didn't expect the Civil War to beat them that hard, but they've got 60 divisions spread out between me, Germany, and Japan. The Soviet onion ain't gonna last much longer. I'm gonna clean them up, get the Canadians to fall, and then after that, I think it's just Operation Empire. Just go ahead, build the British Empire, take the 13 colonies, and just have a good old hunky-dory time. But most of all, I need to take France. I need the Angevin Empire. Long live the Plantagenets. And after a long old grind, it is finally over. Yeah, it's finally over. The Soviet onion has collapsed. So has the Canadian populist state and all of their little dignitaries as well, like the French, the Belgians, the Dutch, the Iranians. So I want to go ahead and take what I earned and put it to the test, really. And there is our grand peace treaty. And unfortunately, we have been greeted by a declaration of war. Thailand has decided to come after our British Malaya, which is very disappointing, but it's fine. We'll cross that bridge in just a second. As you can see, the Germans took most of it with like 120 states. They managed to walk away with a big chunk of land. I managed to make British Russia a thing. I also managed to get these guys freed as well. I also managed to take parts of Iran. Also, previously parts of the Commonwealth, so Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South Africa, they've been brought back into the fold, but they are puppets. Same situation in France. We now have this guy here, Denis Guillaumat, as our French king. Not a good name for a temporary king, I'll be honest. We have Giles Viekens, and we have Willem Schermenhorn as our counterpart in Holland as a puppet. Iran came out as a puppet, and I also puppeted these guys here. So we have Azerbaijan, Armenia, and I was going to say Georgia, but it's now known as the Free State of St. George. I like that because we've got the St. George's Cross over here in good old England. Looking over to Asia and China, we talked away with the South here. I figured, you know what, we had Hong Kong, why don't we expand that just a little bit? So I took these bits down here. Japan got a big chunk of China, and then Communist China took their parts as well. Now with these guys coming into the fold and declaring on us, they are in a faction with the Communist Chinese, so I guess that's a chance to wipe them out, go over, fix that problem, and then after I've dealt with that, there's only one thing that remains, and it's America. So America, put on your bootstraps, Roosevelt, I'm coming for you. So I finally managed to wrap up Asia. You know, I took Burma, I puppeted Thailand after the peace deal, and I even managed to release Vietnam as a puppet with Nguyen Ton Tam. Probably butchered that. And then this happened. I noticed I was preparing for America, and then this happened. Germany's going after Spain. Now, I have a claim on Spain and Portugal. I want to go after that. I'm going to use this to my advantage. I'm sending troops down to Gibraltar, and I'm going to send some over to Bordeaux. Naval invasion in Bilbao, and then come up through Gibraltar. I think that's the plan. I think that's the go-to plan. We'll get the Spanish out the picture. They are allied with, I think it's Peru or Paraguay, and then once we finish them, then all that's left is the US. Oh yeah, also after naval rearmament, I'm now going to go for this focus now that it's finally unlocked, the Angevin Empire. I cannot wait. And with the focus finally ending, we finally get the event, Resurgence of the Angevin Empire, asserting rightful claims to territories once under Angevin rule, particularly in France. British forces launch a decisive offensive, swiftly securing key regions. This bold endeavor symbolizes a triumphant resurgence of British power and influence on the European stage. Drawing upon historical ties and strategic vision, the UK reaffirms its role as the dominant force in shaping the continent's destiny. Dieu et mon bois. I probably butchered that, but hey ho. And now we get the event. Great Britain will be known as the Angevin Empire and gain all cores on French states in Europe. Gets event, a new capital. I'm very, very intrigued. And there you have it, the Angevin Empire. Oh, she's beautiful. And the flag changed as well. Look at that. Okay, so we get to choose our flag. London is the seat of our empire. Let us continue through the footsteps of our predecessors and move the capital to Loire. Loire is down here somewhere that I can't remember. Ha, Loire, right over here. Yes. However, no, London. We're going to have it in London. And I just want to add as well, look at the flag really quick. Does it or does it not look like the flag from Code Geass? Am I having a bad flash? Maybe I've got bad memory. It just reminds me of the flag from Code Geass. And there's our secondary peace deal. We couldn't free Portugal, so I just decided to go ahead and take Portugal for them. All the Portuguese people can live in this Angevinian part of Iberia. We also have Iberia, who are now a monarchist nation aligned for us and with us with their cool flag. I really like that flag. And then we have the Carlist Spain over here with Manuel Fal Conde, who is a part of our nation. We also have Catalonia as well. I forgot about them. Yeah, Frances Cambo y Batil. I probably butchered that. But anyway, Angevin is looking good. Angevin is a way of life, and everything is hunky-dory, fan-dabby-dozy. There's only one place left to go, and it's downtown America. So I'm going to route myself over there and prepare myself for the great Angevin Empire's invasion of America. And it's finally time to jump into the last piece of the puzzle, America, and we've got our justification here, conquering New England for the Angevin Empire. I've got my naval cover, I've got a bunch of air cover all lined up, and I do have my troops and my naval invasions ready to go. So bish bash bosh, L.I. Roosevelt, time to come and pay you a little bit of a visit. Whilst I'm here, I don't have Canada, so I don't need to worry about them anymore. I annexed that puppet, thankfully. Enact these naval invasions, enact these infantry divisions, and 3, 2, 1. That's a lot of red, actually. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe I should call some allies. Yeah, I'm going to call some allies. Thankfully, it seems like our naval invasions have acted as like a great distractor to pull them away. So with that being the case, I'm just going to go ahead and deploy my units. Going to have 3 CAS, 300 attack aircraft, or my fighters. Same situation here. I'm going to have 5 fighters and 5 CAS. Go ahead, attack the skies, defend the ground. I just need to go all in. My Marines have managed to act as like an amazing distraction to the point of we're now winning in New England, which is not what I expected when we first started the invasion. And it seems like we are doing most of the work. Yeah, I mean, Japan and Italy are contributing, but for the most part, it's me doing the legwork, so... Yeah, okay, this is all right. Things are going well. Oh, well, that's bloody brilliant. The Mexicans have just decided to come after me because their faction joined the European Concordat, which is apparently led by America. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Mexico. I really appreciate it. And why is Liberia a major? The only major they are is a major pain in the ass. And after one hell of a grind fest, it's finally done. It's finally over. I've finally taken the States. We're going to go ahead, set a nice little foundry line along Mississippi here. And this is going to be my new 13 colonies for Angevin Empire. Everything else, I feel like I'm just going to pop it and then maybe divide between Japan. Like the Pacifics I can give to Japan and such. That's fine. Mexico, I'm going to pop it as well. Philippines, I'll probably take. I'll probably just take the Philippines as well. Or maybe I'll give them to Japan. I don't know. But I'm going to do this peace treaty and I'll be with you in just a second. And just like that, the peace treaty has come to an end. The great Angevin Empire has reached its great status. We have the British North American territories led by Hoover. We have the Mexican, or the Dominion of Mexico, with a nice British flag. I like that addition. Led by Huitaco Ecales. I probably butchered that. The Japanese have taken the Pacific well and truly, and I think they've kind of leftovers like the Galapagos to Spain, Liberia to the French, and that's just sort of how the cookie crumbled. I think for the fun now, I'm probably just going to add Angevin Empire like that and have it all nice and menacing. But that's it. That's been a really fun overhaul. I feel like little more things like this added to it just can really spice up the main vanilla gameplay. Again, it's not really that much different from a base game playthrough, but I feel like it definitely added something to it to make it quite fun. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, click the like button and or subscribe. Share with friends who are growing for the channel, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video I do. Until then, all the best and have a good one. Ta-da!